I got asked this question by a Slovenian radio station a while back, and I can already see it becoming a regularly asked question by anyone who gathers information about my nationality. I hope really that most people won't put one and one together, but in case they do still, let's just get it over with before this becomes a thing.
What do you think about Melania Trump as a representative of your country, or some similar bullshit on a question?
Some Slovenians just love thinking that our little unimportant country just got married to the United States of America. Donald Trump is basically our son-in-law or our brother-in-law or whatever, and with it the whole American nation. I don't know how suddenly the whole country just becomes one big family when things like this happen. Let's not listen to those Slovenians who cheered this election as if Melania was running next to Usain Bolt at the Olympics. Here is what I think about Melania Trump and her sharing the country of origin with me, for anyone who happens to care. I don't know Melania personally, therefore I don't have an opinion of her as a person. I also cannot tell you if I think she's a positive or a negative person, to answer a question that one particular journalist asked me. I am quite shocked that she has become the First Lady of the United States, not as much from the point of view that she is Slovenian, but more as I'm still grasping to understand that her husband was just elected president. Her being a Slovenian lady inside the White House is not that big of a deal, I think, although there's only 2 million of us, which is 6 times less as Zoela's number of subscribers, to give you an idea. If you take a look at us as individuals, which I think is how you have to look at our nation and probably the rest of the nations as well, we are very, very talented, very ambitious people who run all around the world. For example, whenever I traveled somewhere very distant, perhaps, there is a very, very high possibility that I will run into a fellow Slovenian. Here are also some very big Slovenian names that you might have heard of. I'll just list a couple of probably most famous ones. Anže Kopitar, Martin Strel, Slavoj Žižek, Tina Maze, me, for that instance. Those are not my favorite Slovenians by far. I'm just guessing that more people might know them or might have heard of them. So what is Melania known for? I don't think that that is much more than being a wife of a person of power. I'm not aware of any great achievements by her that could make a Slovenian exceptionally proud, as we like to be when someone from our country gets noticed by the rest of the world. I get it. She, by being married to Donald, becomes a very visible Slovenia-born human and therefore puts a lot of spotlight on our country as well, which is very nice, and I think we could use that spotlight for some really good causes. She do not represent Slovenia. She is just one of us, and she cannot be used as a tool to judge the rest of Slovenians, as well as all Americans cannot be judged based on Donald Trump. Besides, I think she never really showed any special pride in being Slovenian, and I don't blame her for that. But I think that shows that she does not want to be an artifact of Slovenia either. As for the political meaning behind the First Lady of the United States being foreign or being particularly Slovenian, there might be some consequences, there might be some changes, but I don't know, I really don't know what this will bring. I guess the time will tell, as well as the time will tell how big of a mistake this whole election was. I personally kind of grew out of that terrified phase. I still remain scared, but I'm trying to be hopeful. This is not good, this is really, really not good. But the current elected president, along with other events and situations and occurrences around the world, are nothing more but a reflection of where and what we have become as a society and as culture. I think it's just a screaming, visible, raw, naked result of many decades of constant wrongdoing, ego, pain and denial, and this is all our fault. Good morning, America. Good morning, the world. I don't think it's my place to say this, but I'm going to include it, although I'm kind of getting off topic. Now we just need to think a lot and care and be loud in stating our opinions. Through the whole 4 years of Trump's candidacy, and later not just on election date, maybe with him in the office, we might not just go put the ballot in the box and sit back on our couch, turn on the TV and let the president do whatever the fuck the president does. Very likely I'm just being delusionally hopeful. As for Melania, leave her be, Slovenian or not, no matter how bad her taste in men is. Let's take her as a symbol of how the shit the world is in is everyone's business, how tightly we're all connected, the biggest and the smallest. Everyone, everywhere. It concerns us all. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in a video that I make in 5 months or something, I don't know, when I feel like it.